Building deployment processes means automating a series of tasks: infrastructure provisioning, database migrations, package deployments, API calls, third party integrations. You get the idea. But writing custom scripts for each of those common tasks means your team spends hours recreating solutions that others might have already built and tested. And today, I want to explore the different kind of step templates available in Octopus Deploy. At Octopus, we call the series of tasks you want to run in a process or a runbook steps. Step templates eliminate the need to reinvent the wheel for common deployment tasks. You can access pre-built tested steps for hundreds of technologies and scenarios, from simple file operations to cloud-native application deployments and complex integrations. Instead of writing custom scripts from scratch, you can use templates created by Octopus Deploy. You can use templates which are contributed by the community, or you can build your own reusable step templates for users just inside your Octopus instance that standardize processes across your projects. All three types of step templates are available in both deployment processes and runbooks, and let's take a look at how this works in the Octopus portal. I'm inside a project, and when you create a deployment process, the first thing you'll need to do is add a step. So here it shows me all the different step templates that are available. I can scroll down to see some of the featured ones provided by Octopus Deploy. Back towards the top here, there's a search box you can use to filter the steps, and also on the left here you can filter by different categories. If I filter on Azure, it shows the installed step templates, which are all ones provided by Octopus, for achieving different deployment tasks in Azure. These are all built into the product, created and supported by Octopus Deploy, and the amount of steps is always increasing with new technologies and different ways of deploying software. Let's say I want to deploy to an app service. I can add the step template, and in here there are lots of different deployment options that we're not going to get into today, but there are parameters specific to this step, like the package to deploy, whether to use a slot, changes I might want to make to the app configuration or connection strings on the target app service. Let me add a step again, and I want to show you the community step templates. If I go back down to Azure, where we were, but this time if I scroll down, after the built-in steps, you'll see community contributed step templates. These all have a label so you'll know they're community contributed, and they have a more info link which takes you off to a web page for that step template, and there's an option here to install and add the step to the process. Another way to see these is on the filter on the left. Under Other, there's Community Steps, of which there are over 550 today, and this categorizes all of the community steps by product. If we pick on, let's say, PagerDuty, I can see specific community steps for PagerDuty. I might be interested in this one here to open a maintenance window. If I click More Info, I can see more information about it, including the author, parameters, and for the steps based off scripts, I can see the source code here as well. Now, all community steps are in GitHub, so you can see the source code for any of them. The Octopus team reviews all contributions before they get added into this library to confirm the step template only does what the template's designed to do and nothing malicious. Back on the previous tab, if I want to use this community template, I can install and add the step. I need to save it to my Octopus instance, and now it's available in my process. Down here are the different parameters the author made available, and now I don't need to worry about writing the underlying code and scripts to send an API call to PagerDuty. Instead, I can now focus on inserting a few parameters to this community step template, and all the hard work is done for me. To finish up here, I want to show you where you can create custom step templates in your Octopus instance. Sometimes there isn't a built-in step template or a community step template available that does what you need. These might be templates that are crucial to your organization and are reusable steps that your teams want to use in their deployment processes, but maybe you don't want to make it a community step because it's bespoke to your organization. Over in Deploy and then Step Templates is where you'll see community step templates you've installed, as well as any custom step templates you've created. I don't have any custom ones yet, but they are added by creating a step template. Custom steps are based on an existing step, and for this example, I'll use the Run a Script step. The settings screen is where you can put some basic information like the name, you can attach a logo, and put a description. Parameters are where you create the inputs a user using this template would need to provide. Imagine here I'm creating a custom health check for an endpoint. Then I might want one of the parameters to be for the URL to check in my underlying script. The control type tells Octopus what sort of parameter this is, which in my example will be a single line text box. And if desired, you can add a default value for this parameter. I'll add another one here quickly. This might be for the timeout in seconds, which is also a single line text box. Then finally is the step tab, and this is where you fill out the details of what the step is going to do. Because I chose to base mine off the run a script template, this is what I'm seeing here, and if I click on Insert Variable, you'll notice I can insert the parameters we just added on the previous tab, meaning I can now use those inputs provided by the user in the logic of my custom step. When you're done, if you click on Save at the top right, this makes the step available to users to select when building their deployment processes and runbook processes. Using step templates means you're not starting from zero every time you need to integrate with a new tool or automate a common task. Go ahead and check out the different kinds of step templates that exist today to help you simplify your deployment and runbook processes. There's more resources in the description below if you want to dive deeper, and I'll see you in the next one.